What's going on, everybody? Trying something a little different. You guys have seen me pour jigs, at least my members have. Going fishing tomorrow. Need to get some, what are they, 1/8 ounce jigs to go. We're going to be fishing for some wipers tomorrow. Some white bass or wipers, whatever is biting. Check out, going with my buddy Eli. Good kid. Heck of a fisherman. Messaged me, said he wanted to fish. Who am I to say no? So I got plenty of 16th ounces, but I need some 1/8 ounce jigs. With water keepers. I just did about, what, 300 of these for somebody without wire keepers, for somebody who ties jigs. Fix this. Man, it's cold in here too. Holy smokes. You know what? I'm going to turn some heat on in here. I got my Mr. Heater. Turn this on. Waiting for the lead pot to get warmed up, so it might be a little bit. There we go. Got a little bit of heat there. Get her going, get warmed up. It's cold out here. It's going to be cold tomorrow too, fishing, but I don't have too many good days left. I don't think I'll be doing much ice fishing this year. So I want to get in as many trips as I can with the boat, which is behind me. I am in my shop in the garage. This is just kind of the stuff that I do before I go fish. I've been fishing quite a bit lately. Haven't been putting much on YouTube. Just is what it is. Wanted to get a feel for the boat. I'm fishing some other species too, so I'm no professional fisherman. Never claimed to be, and probably never will. But I wanted to start doing videos again on my channel. I'm putting them up here, and we'll do what we can. Give you a look into my fishing life. I think that's what I'm going to call this, my fishing life. And just share with you guys. If you're interested, great. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I plan on being as honest as possible. I won't get into too much politics, probably a little bit. So I got some ideas of what I'm gonna do. All right, now like I said, I'm putting these with some hook keepers on there. Hook keepers are they're wire hook keepers. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. And it's not gonna, these aren't gonna be all jig making videos or nothing like that. It's gonna be a whole hodgepodge of stuff. Let's see, here's the camera right there. See, they're pretty tiny. Oh, sorry for the not focus. There we go. And sorry about the light. I am in my shop. I'm under this. Woo! The heater is kicking. My goodness. We'll turn this down. Turn it down to low. Hopefully that doesn't make too much noise. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing today, getting ready. We're gonna go, I don't know, about an hour away. Do a little fishing there. Me and him are probably gonna fish next week too. We're gonna chase after some sauger. So I'm kind of excited about that. At least if he can make it out there. I got to check with his work schedule. But he's going to take me in his boat. Believe it or not, folks. I'm going in somebody else's boat. Usually I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to boats and stuff. I like taking my own. I think Betty and Brandon are the only other ones that... Actually, not true. I've been in Jonathan's boat. Been in Cliff's boat. My buddy Cliff. He's a heck of a flathead fisherman out here. I'm sure there's a few other ones. Still waiting for Tony to take me out on his boat. He's invited me a while ago. Yeah, I'm giving him a little bit of flack if he ever watches this. I doubt he will. It's funny about YouTube and like close friends. I mean, my wife doesn't even watch my stuff. It is what it is. Can't say I blame him. wouldn't watch their stuff either. Did I say that out loud? So yeah, we're gonna do this uncut, no editing. I don't see how this is any different than doing a live, except I got no live audience to entertain. Just gonna go through my prepping stuff for when I'm fishing. All right, so these are deep eye freestyles. Sorry for the pause. I'm trying to figure out why it won't close, right? It's pretty tricky to get. Like I said, these hook keepers are kind of a pain. I mean, I can pour a ton of jigs without them in like no time. I can pour and trim and file 100 jigs and shoot, I don't know, hour and a half. I know people can do it faster, but I'm not in that big a hurry. See, it's like every now and then one gets caught up on the opposite side. You got to get them lined up perfect. I'd pour these like right away, but I'm waiting for the lead to warm up. So I ran around and had to find some camera equipment. It's been that long since I made like videos for my channel. It's all been live stuff, which I'm gonna try and veer off a little bit, especially with the winter coming around. Like I said, I'm not gonna be doing much, if any, ice fishing. I have to get some new electronics. I sold my Markham last year. Ooh, let me back this heater up. Even though it's still kicking my butt. But it is nice to get heat. I ain't complaining. Ooh, I think we're right. I think that's the money. All right, so this is set. Let me take a look at the lead. Yeah, lead's far from done. Make sure this turned all the way up. If you make jigs, I don't know if this will help, or just starting to make jigs. I don't know if you guys, if this will help any of you or anything, but you know, you might turn it on high to get it started, but you will burn your lead. You'll have what looks like sand on the top of it, and all you're doing is burning lead up, probably doing some damage to you. I got the door cracked over here. I got a small fan pulling air out of the garage, so I'm trying to keep safe. So I'm spending a lot of time out here getting stuff ready for fishing, working on the boat. I got some more plans for this, so I'll probably take you guys on that journey as well. Let's see, this is going to take a while to get warmed up, I think. That's the problem. Let me go over some of the components that I'm using. I got Eagle Claw. What are these? These are Pro V jigs. They're good jigs. They're more on the thin wire side. I got a request from my buddy Lyle. Well, he told me that he liked them. So I'm trying them out. I've been using Mustads prior to that. I like the Mustads, but they're a little heavier wire. If you get caught in brush piles and stuff, you know that it's better to be able to pull them out than it is to break off. You can always bend that hook back. So, what are these called? Nasties, little nasties. I think that's what these are called. They don't have the number on here. I always order them 1,000 at a time. These are actually a heck of a lot more expensive than the Mustads. I mean, quite a bit. I think Mustads, I can get 1,000 hooks in a number 2 for about, what did I pay? 35, right around 35 bucks. These were 52, so that's quite a bit when you're burning through. Been making a lot of jigs lately for people, so that's been kind of fun. Been making, you know, just like the freestyle shallow eyes ones. I got about like 2,000 in here. Or close, no, maybe 1,200. I'd be lying if I said 2,000. I got them in 1/32 and 1/16 in here. And I just got the mold for these deep eyes. The whole idea for that is I'm going to paint some eyes on them. Here's an example of one. This is like a hunter's orange. It's more a red though, but you can definitely see the nice deep eye. And this one's actually got the hook keeper on it. I got a bunch poured here. I got them painted. This is Fire Craw. This is a cool color. This is, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got speckle flake in there. So I'll probably take some of these with me. We'll fire across some of these pinks with me. Maybe some chartreuse. Actually, I probably didn't need to pour many. I'll pour about 14 more and get them painted up real quick. I don't think I'll show you guys paint. This is what I'm going to use to mix with my monkey milk jigs. It's a pearl with a pepper flake in it. Pretty cool stuff. I'm no artiste. I got a green too. Disco green. I only got a couple of these. That was like a test run. It's kind of got a lot of heavy sparkle in it. So, yeah, we'll get that. And what's this? Here's a disco blue. This is kind of cool. This will work more for like a blue minnow type color. What I'm bringing tomorrow, probably some pink ones. I'll make some chartreuse ones. White, definitely. Let's see what else I got here. Do I want to bring any of those blues? I don't know. I'm just going to make a few, so I'm going to whip up a batch real quick. I probably won't be on here painting them because the heat gun makes a lot of noise. If I say again, I'm going to not be happy with the outtake. So basically, don't worry, be crappy is going to be the theme to these videos, or to this video at least. See what it is. We're gonna get some poured here, so we're gonna hold off before we end the video until this gets done. There we go. It's starting to melt. It shouldn't take long. I'm gonna get these poured. Boat's pretty much ready to go. I keep it ready to go and stocked with tackle. I'll load up what I need. My buddy's gonna pick up some minnows. I don't use minnows too often, but we're gonna try them. If we come across, there's a couple of brush piles where we're headed to. Last time I was out there, they were empty, you know, and with live scope, you can definitely see that. If they're there, we'll give them a shot. There's some bigs where I'm going, and in Northern Illinois bigs, probably around 12 to 14 inches. Those are 14's really big. I haven't caught too many of those out here. It's been a rough fall, but we're going to keep at it. So we'll go fishing there tomorrow. Probably go after the wipers. Next week, like I said, we're going to go after some sauger, I should say, not sawguys. About 2 hours south of here. Have to get plans after we check the weather for that. Tonight, I guess, today is Wednesday. Every Wednesday night, I'm on Panfish Nation with my buddy Lyle Stokes. Check it out on YouTube. You guys know how to get there. Panfish Nation. Man, I could use a pop. Let me see what we're doing here. It's still going. You know what? My video, I'll do what I want. Let's go get a pop here. I got a fridge here in my shop, which is kind of nice. So we'll get me a soda, a pop, whatever you call it, and we'll go back over to the bench, see how we're doing with that lead. Oh, yeah, hot sauce. I live by this stuff. Just got a gallon in the mail today. Stuff works good. Boat's black. It's not easy keeping clean, but the way I look at it, the sooner I address water spots, which is pretty much every time I pull the boat out, the better off I'm going to be. All right. Good deal. We're back. Let me check this lead here. Give you guys a look at the lead pot. It looks like it's melted, but we got to let it get fully heated up, or else the spout don't always work. Usually, if I mix it up, it'll do that. But yeah, I just want to get these done real quick, and then we're gonna head over to local store. I need to buy a couple of cigars for tomorrow. I like to have a stogie when I'm fishing, so we'll pick them up. Yeah, this is gonna get warmed up. So I don't know, maybe we'll do like 3 pours of this. We'll do 21 of them, and then I'll get them painted up real quick. Shouldn't take long. Setup's probably what takes the longest. This heat feels good. So let's see what else I want to talk about here. A bunch of stuff. Winter's coming. It's getting cold here. You guys know that. You guys know I live in a little colder climate up here in Northern Illinois. So it's going to be a long winter for me. We're going to try and keep making some sort of fishing content. for you guys know, as you know, if you follow the podcast, I kind of taken a break from that. Reason for that was I was spending a lot of time online, and you know, social media is what it is. It just takes a lot of time in order to get a good show like that. What am I doing here? Oh, it's got a level thing on here. I'm looking at some of the new features here. It's a little bit off, but I think you guys will do that. And you guys know that, well, I don't know if you know how much work goes into putting together a good show. It was getting to the point of where I was spending so much time online doing research, trying to put a show together and stuff that it was robbing me of valuable time with loved ones, whether it's my wife or even my dogs. I was also not fishing as much as I wanted to, especially with a new boat. I wanted to get out on that quite a bit more. So that's the whole reason behind that, the only reason. So I did love the show, and I did try to do as good a job as I could, and I like to think I did all right. I had some pretty good success with that on Spotify and even on Apple Podcasts, so that was pretty cool. Those episodes are still out there if you guys want to check them out, if you're just coming across my channel. If you're new to the channel, you know, this is where I do the YouTuber thing and say, hey, I'd appreciate you to subscribe. Yeah, if I can say it. Subscribe to the channel. There we go. Also, message to the members. Members, I'm going to keep doing this kind of content and stuff for as long as possible. We'll provide you with something most definitely, but I appreciate your support. If you don't know, new to the channel, I do have members for the channel where they become members and they help support the channel. So other than that, I'm not going to be begging people to join it or anything. It just kind of, I think sometimes when done improperly, it can be pretty distasteful, you know. But I do appreciate the support. I can't not acknowledge these people. There we go. We're starting to get some lead come out the bottom. I like to run a couple of tablespoons out of it, let it warm up the spout. Man, this lead is pretty. I've really been working on trying to get the lead as clean as possible, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So, all right, we just ran like 4 tablespoons through there. Make sure I'm pouring in the right side. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I just started doing this. There we go. We'll show you these when the pour is done. So I get the whole mold filled up. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. All right, there we go. Now these deep eye ones, they're a little harder to get out of the mold. All right, there we go. These look pretty good. Let me pull these out of here and I'll show you one. Then I'll show you exactly what I do to them. It's no secret. Actually, I didn't know. I kind of figured this out on my own, so who knows? I could be doing it wrong. All right, this is what they look like when they come out of the mold. They got the little tail on them. You got to trim that off. You'll notice there's a little bit of lead here in the right next to the eye. That's because these are thinner wire hooks. So a tiny bit of lead comes out. So I cut off that little nub at the top. This is what we have left over. I also take my cutters and I kind of clean up around the eye. And then this is what you got left. If you notice, there's a little rough spot on the top of that. Right? It's not perfect. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, you could spend a lot of time. There's even a little pock mark in there. Got a nail file. I actually stole the first one from my wife, and the rest of them, I actually just bought a bunch from Amazon. It really doesn't take much. I learned that less is more sometimes. I don't know if you guys can hear that knocking. That's my old refrigerator knocking. All right, there we go. Nice and smooth. This is ready to paint. If you can see the top, it's not perfect, but we got rid of that rough spot. So cool. Rather than boring you guys cutting and filing those, I'll start the next one. See if I can't keep talking. Let's see what else is going on in fishing world. I watched the latest video from Hagen Grubbs. Hagen's got a good channel. Him and his son, Landon, I believe his name is. Good kid. Heck of a videographer for a young man. Of course, young folks are better at this stuff than us old geezers. Don't mean we don't love to fish as much. But he caught pretty big fish, and I think it was like 60 pounds, so check it out. And he had a long night, struggled with some water and stuff without spoiling it. Not spoiling anything that isn't in the title of the video, so go check that out. Let's see what else we've been up to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I did go fishing last week. Talked about it a little bit on my members chat. I talked a little bit about it on Panfish Nation. But if you didn't catch those, I'll say it again here. I think I got my PB wiper. I'm not a big wiper fisherman. I haven't fished for them since I was a kid. I actually didn't even know we had them around here. I was looking for crappie at the place we're going to tomorrow, and I was having a lot of marks on the bottom. I'm like, well, they're a little big to be crappie because they were pretty big marks. Thought they were carp, to be honest, but I threw a jig down there to see what happens. You know, you don't know what's down there until you throw. I mean, for the most part, with sonar, you get an idea of what it is, but to know 100%, you got to catch them, whether it's in a cast net or hook and line. So I did that, and bam, first one I came up was that PB. It was what, like 17.5 inches long, but that thing was pretty darn heavy. Its back was, shoot, like this. It was like that thick. Talking about the girth of the fish at the top, right under the dorsal fin. So that was kind of exciting. It got me all happy, definitely. So I just kept continuing catching them and put a bunch in the boat. We're getting it weird. I was out there for like 3 hours over that couple of spots out there. I was fishing was it a ledge? Yeah, I'd call it a ledge. It was a ledge. It had like, it was like one ledge on one side and a little rise on the other. So it was almost like a little valley with one side way higher than the other one. And they seem to gravitate to that. So we'll see. This time of the year, with water temps, what were the water temps? 45 degrees, I think. 46 degrees. They were cold. Saw it 44 in one spot. The crappie will usually go to the basins or on the ledges of the basins. I think this time of year, it's right before 2 days before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, people. They'll be in the basins, and I was having a hard time chasing them down. I'm going to check a different part of the body of water I was at tomorrow before we go after those wipers and stuff, but it is what it is. And we'll see what happens. Leave here tomorrow. The place we're going doesn't open till 8 o'clock. It's a state park. That doesn't do any good. See what I mean? They're kind of tricky. I just had this thing kind of come apart. Should be paying more attention to this. I'd have had these all done by now, but that's okay. I wanted to get this done more than these jigs because I'd have fished with what I had. But I figured this would be something good to do while I'm talking to you guys. All right. Oh, the water tub's cold, so they're going to be in the basins for the most part. Treat them like you're fishing for them at ice and do a lot of scanning and get on them. If you can find them high in the water column, they'll usually eat pretty good. What is going on here? Why aren't these lining up? There we go. Yeah, usually I talk to myself, so I figured I might as well talk to you folks while I'm doing it. This is a pain in the butt, no lie. No lie. Or as the young folks say, I'm not going there. See, they just all fell apart on me. Anyways, all right, I'm going to keep pouring these jigs. I appreciate you guys checking this out, this nonsense out. This is just the stuff I do on like a daily basis. Not necessarily pouring jigs, but usually I do something fishing related every day. I don't know if it's necessarily making jigs or spooling up lines or doing stuff to the boat, but there's usually something. So if I come across anything that I want to share with you guys, I'm exactly going to do that. So once again, have a great Thanksgiving. I'm going to get these made up so I'm ready for fishing in the morning. Get these all polished up, ready to go, and then we will throw them in a boat. And we're going fishing tomorrow. All right, folks, thanks for checking it out. If you're still here, God bless you. Subscribe if you're not a member. Have a great Thanksgiving.